And good morning, good evening to wherever you are in the world. It is here in Port Elliot, South Australia, Friday the 18th of March. And we have a dull, overcast day today, in total opposite of what yesterday morning was for St. Pat's Day. So it's quite an interesting thing, the way the weather's turning out at the moment. So we are here for our daily Lenormand card spread reading. So I'm asking you to tune into your psychic senses, your intuitive essence, and the connection that you might have with your spiritual realms. So in whatever way that you like to receive your messages, do tune into that, tap into it, and away we go. Here are the cards. Good morning, Rena. Lovely to have you here this morning already so soon. I didn't leave the intro on for very long because I sort of felt, I don't know that I see much of the point of that at the moment. If there wasn't any birds in the bird bath, there's not much to see in that intro. So, and good morning to you, Deb, as well. Lovely to have you here. Now, I have got the cards here this morning, laid out ready. Here is the owl card, as I usually open with. It is the owls, and it's just because it's not what you're expecting doesn't mean it's not everything that you've been waiting for. And look at that beautiful trio of owls, owlets, whatever they... Actually, I'm not too sure what the young ones are called. They look like they're young ones, but isn't it gorgeous how that loving cuddle is happening there in the middle? It just, it really is a lovely card. So there we go for our owls. Now, the next deck that I've discovered, and I did a little unboxing of this one yesterday, day before, Wednesday anyway. So, good morning, Kim, on your way to work, you're driving, I can see the emojis, or about to drive. And Keza, good morning to you as well. Lovely to see you here. Now, I did an unboxing of this one. It's Animal Dreaming Totems. You can't quite see that totems very clearly there. See the word in the red against the black? Not a good colour for reading, but anyway, it is there. And you can just see it on the edge there by Mel Brown. I discovered them in the local shop at Port Elliot, the Elliot Oak. And this one is, here's the totem card itself. Beautiful depiction of the camps and the pathways, the walkabout and all that sort of thing that's with this designing. And what this one is about caution. So there's no truth behind a farce. So if there's something that seems a bit sus to you, there's no truth behind it. Be wary of the smoke and mirrors. So look closer, and the illusion that will soon melt away, revealing a sanctuary where only truth remains. There you go, that's focused now. And that is this totem card for this morning. Really rather beautiful. I'm used to seeing totems up that way. So, and as I laid it down, it was actually pointing to this, so it might have some relevance there. I did also still pull a card. Oh, good morning, Corinda. Wonderful to see you here too. Although I think it's your evening, isn't it? The Inner Soul Guidance Oracle deck, I've pulled one from that as well, and I thought, wow, here we go, it's the owl card. So we certainly have the strength of the owls this morning. So tap into that, be observant. So it's time to see things more clearly, and it is drawing more on the feminine energy with this. So here we go. I'm just going to quickly go into... I forgot to load my Body Soul app on my iPad. I just noticed that. So I'll just pop over to that there. So be observant of all things, and that, I suppose, this is what created the observance, that I hadn't opened it. So there you go. Beautiful card. And I'll turn the volume down, of course. Got to have that on 0. There. I just love the cards. It really is great guidance and help when we're looking into what are some of the energies around for our day to day that we can work with. Having an awareness, we don't have to live by them, but it's having that awareness that they're going to be an indicator of a way to help our gut feeling as we're moving through the day. It is a cool totem card, isn't it, Nat? And good morning to you as well. And we've got Kerry Ann just popped in as well now too, so that's wonderful. We're populating the chat stream. And, I must have to search for that one too, Sandra, because it was only by chance that I saw this card in the shelf. So the newest deck of Aboriginal Ancestral Wisdom Oracle. Wow, thank you for that. The chat is still, that's last in our feed, so that's good. I'll have that to reference when I go back look for it. Thank you very much for that tip. Right, so here we are with that. Now, the deck that we've got that we're using as our regular card reading deck, it is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck that I use. Sarah Marchetti is the artist. And I must have felt like a new deck there on Wednesdays while I went looking, although I do prefer Lenormand, so it's what I'm going to be searching for. So keep your eyes open. Suggest some that you might like that are actually Lenormand decks, because I feel I'm wanting something new. I've been using these for 3 years all the time, and the other 3 ad hoc. All of them are beautiful decks in their own ways, aren't they? The message is the same, though. So let's just move that aside for a minute. Actually, I will leave that there this morning just so you've got that if you need to. Right, we've got choices, the stairs choices in the home space. We have the labyrinth in our workspace. What we have in the unexpected is the bridges. It's a lot of making decisions, I think. We've got the ring in our role, and we've got the heart as that central outcome card, that central card that, oh wow, I love it, really. I really love it, having the heart in that central space. Everything's pivoting around that, and it just really fills and accentuates and grows my heart just to see it. I think it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, wow, Kezzy, you've got 36 beds to make in the 2 days. Wow, oh, wow, go you. Means business is on the up from the sound of it, which is wonderful. And I think, the choices that we're going to be needing to make in our home space too, having that focus and emphasis from home with our hearts. I think, really bringing in that energy of what is heart-based, what is most important to you from that loving centre of what do you like most about your home space? What do you like most about the way that you're doing things, and the things that, and the joy, the events that you can do together as a family or with friends and that type of thing. To me, it's feeling like, because it is Friday today and it's a weekend coming up. So yes, we in South Australia have to vote tomorrow, but there's just so many different things that we can be choosing to do, ways that we can choose to have our rooms, even with all the things that we have, choosing what things to keep and what to move on. There's all sorts of different choices we can be making in that home space. And it's just so lovely to know that, really feel into, do you love this? Do you love this item that you're going to keep or hand it on for someone else to love? Do you love doing, certain things? It's one thing I didn't ever like doing was handling horses, but I'd do it. I'd hold a horse rein if I had to for a young daughter way, way, way back. It's that type of decision is what I'm feeling with this. Really feel into what's the purpose behind, what reason are you, and doing those things, being who you are, keeping this and that and that sort of thing in that home space. So feel into that with the depths of your heart. Good morning, Sarah. Lovely to have you here. And Jessica's saying hi to Kim and Sarah. Well done. I think that might be someone, if there's any sort of invitation for friending and etc. when it's in a chat on someone else's page, I do call that trolling. So I have no idea. It's lovely to have you here saying hello, Jessica. So here we go and move over to our workspace now, because I think that, we all know our home spaces and what we'd ideally like to bring in as our, what do we love? Bring that love into our workspace too in a way that's going to open our minds to a different pathway. we've got the labyrinth showing us different parts. It is like the maze, but it can be that fun of discovery too, like the maze puzzles that we may have done as children. I did. I loved them. I still do. I like playing games on paper, the puzzles and things like that, board games. Not so much on the computer, but yes, I do still. It's just, but in this respect, being that work space, you can lighten it by having that joy of almost making it a game. It's that sort of joy that you're bringing to it, not making light of it, but still treating it as work. But it's something you enjoy doing, and you're looking forward into what's the next thing and discovering that new pathway. Even probably the possibility of new ideas to bring into your workspace. If you work for someone else, you might have some ideas to freshen up or, add to a direction of what you're going to be, sharing with an employer. If it's new business and discovering new ways that you can actually add value to what you're offering customers or clients in that sort of way. I do have a troll. I'm sorry, I'm not appreciating it, but that's fine. We know that they happen here. Thank you to those who can sense that and do the right click or hold on and do the spam and the block or whatever else you need to do to report them, because that's definitely one. So I'm just going to flip over to there and make sure that that one's going to be out of the action. So as you're moving through your day in that way of the maze or the labyrinth, see, a labyrinth is slightly different to what we get in our, in the puzzle sense. It has that level of meditation, contemplation added to it when you're looking at the spirituality and that more metaphysical, esoteric sense of what a labyrinth is. It really is bringing our mind to focus. And that's where the possibilities of where that focus is going to lead you. And it is in the workspace, so follow it through with just seeing what those possibilities are. Okay. Now, as we move up to the bridges, and of course, because I want to go and have a quick look in the background of where those other comments are coming from, which I can't see there, don't worry about it. Each and every one of you would know what to do with a troll or one of those spammers. Now, yep, still more choices. Here, as to what we had in the home space, it's being even more accentuated with what we're experiencing in the unexpected. So even in that labyrinth, the connection of what the labyrinth is here. And this is where I also, with this totem card, being the fact that as a lady, it pointed to the labyrinth card. Don't be deceived by the smoke and mirrors. That was the phrase on this one I thought was relevant for this, just to go back to that. So know that when you're contemplating and in that more, the labyrinth mode rather than the maze mode, that you are considering what is the truth behind, which is what this totem card was actually showing us. What is the truth behind what you're doing? And, really aim for that as your intention. And that will then there is going to be those moments where the bridges card is going to bring those choices, whether you deal with it now or whether it's left till later. That's, to me, what this card is sending us today, is that, look, it is decisions, but you don't have to choose it straight away. Spend a bit of time through that, looking through that lovely little secure posse for seeing what the bigger picture is, and either cross the bridge to create that decision having been made, or whether you're going to go back and reconsider and wait a little bit more time. It's just that little bit of a balance, and you'll know that as you move through your day at your home or your work today. What we have for ourselves in this, it really is that commitment to self and our gem, our jewel, what's our shining light, the treasure within. That's who we are, is what I'm trying to find. and being that truthful, authentic, genuine, absolute gem of a person, character, in whatever way we need to be in our day-to-day, that really does shine out our perfection as that jewel. Okay, so that's our role today, really shining out and staying true to ourselves, because the reason that the ring is used is because it's a never-ending circle. There is no beginning, there is no end, it is just being. So be your treasure, your jewel, your gem, and shine out through each and every situation that you're in today, whatever way that is. Thank you, Carrie Ann, for that. I do see what you've put there. And that beautiful completion to our day, and the central part of all things that we're experiencing through our day, it really is the heart. And I'm even feeling a bit teary as I'm feeling that, as I'm saying that, because it's, what is life if we can't be and express our love? Being from right that center, ourselves, that love self, this experience we're having in our world. So much of what's surrounding and around and about us does seem like it's pretty shitty and all the rest of it. But when we look and be from within that core center of love, it just really brings things into, it's just another worldly balance type thing. It's not even a worldly, it's a spiritual, it's what is the soul and the source and what our wholeness is. So be that beautiful heart design, feel that right from the center, and express that out as all things, because that really is the center of what our message is today. Be love, be it completely. So thank you, each and every one of you, for being here on another day, beautiful day, as much as it's grey and cloudy out there. It is a beautiful day to be alive. Each and every day that we're here and being alive, we're expressing and being and loving. So keep moving that forward. Keep being the best you that you can be, that you are, in the imperfection of perfection, the perfection of imperfection. All of that, it is really rolled in together. And although you might feel like you're only one person, that oneness really is in the whole energy of who we are as humanity as well. So thank you so much. And thank you, Rena. Lovely to have the thanks. Although I don't do that for this. I don't do this for that. God, now I'm going backwards all over the place. Thank you, Kim. You're at work now. Oh, I'm so pleased that you are. I've actually got you with the message there that you've got to work again. Thank you. And each and every one of you, just be the best that you can be in all things. Just remember, we do have choices, and tap into that spiritual guidance as you're moving along to have those choices at their optimum for what you may know is the best that you can be as well. And thank you, Sarah. Yes, beautiful moon. Yeah, full moon tonight. I went out last night and sort of could see my clothesline very succinctly as I was doing some things there. It is beautiful energy and with love. Thank you. And there is, thank you from Keza. Thank you. Fun, wonderful day for everyone. And thank you from Kerry Ann. I will be back tonight at 8:30 here with Leanne. I'm hoping that Leanne is available tonight. I know she wasn't able to be on Wednesday night for our Fridays fun and frolics, whatever we end up doing, whatever cards and wisdoms we end up sharing. That's tonight. Just a reminder too, if you've got people who are close to Renmark, Riverland, South Australia, our next weekend of readings is coming up, not this weekend, the next one. So there is links, and there'll be some posts pop up with the Calendly links for both of us. So book in fast, because they do go pretty quick. The closer it gets that weekend, that field narrows down. So I'd love to see you tonight, and thank you, each and every one of you, for being here today, and a happy Friday to you too, Nat. Thank you. Be the best you. Namaste.